Okay, I know you saw the title and the thumbnail and you thought I might be wearing some incredible costume, but I'm not doing it, okay? So, hey guys, I'm Comire, I'm not doing it. This is Start and Select, I'm not doing it. And I want to ask whether I, or any gamer for that matter, should get into cosplay. Piss off! Cosplay. Noun or verb? Definition: the practice of recreating the look of and or dressing like a character. Typically one from a video game, film, TV show, anime or manga. Now, contrary to popular belief, the word cosplay is actually derived from the common response given when one is asked why they're looking for Mortal Kombat inspired ninja gear on eBay. Because playing video games is the only joy I have in this life anymore. Well, that and anything in melted cheese, I guess. A semi-decent cosplayer can do things with sheets of fabric that most wizards couldn't do with a wand. As an outsider looking in, I, as I'm sure many other people do as well, wonder how someone could take a pile of plywood, pleather and spray paint and turn it into this. But I often don't just wonder how they do it, but why they do it. I mean, if I had a kink for a twink in a red leather jacket, then I'd rather play Devil May Cry, you know, rather than dressing up like porno Santa. I mean, let's be honest, it's a lot of effort taking 3 buses to a fabric shop so you can make a costume that will have people crossing the road to avoid you, or worse, having people crossing the road to you so they can touch you up like some kind of paedophile, meanwhile accidentally breaking that crescent moon staff it took you 4 hours to glue together in the first place. It takes a lot of love for something to stand in queues all day wearing a suit of armour that you're 80% sure will make you pass out due to heat exhaustion, or a set of heels that you can feel your feet actually turning into human soup. That's the first thing a cosplayer's gotta have. A huge love and a passion for some type of fandom. Which isn't to say that someone who dresses up like Rouge the Bat is a bigger fan of Sonic the Hedgehog than someone who doesn't. I think any cosplayer would happily agree with that. We're all the same in loving what we love. Cosplay is just another way of expressing that appreciation, support and pride. In that regard, a cosplayer is no different to a church choir member or a Brazilian carnival goer, or that old football fan in the pub that won't stop telling you he could have played for AC Milan when he was younger if it wasn't for his trick ankle. Except if those ones you don't get a keyblade at the end. But after that, having a love for video games doesn't mean I should start surgically making my eyes bigger to become a full-on real-life anime character, now does it? You can't get involved without respecting the craft itself. After all, you'll never make a Yoshi omelette without having to hot glue a few eggs first. You see, a cosplay is a massive project, wrapped up in an art form, locked behind a puzzle. You'll be taking a character design, which at one point was just a random drawing by some Norwegian concept artist during an acid trip. And you'll be turning that into a visually striking, real, living person, you! And then you've got to figure out which materials work with what, and how they handle under stress, and what you can actually make within your budget. And most importantly, how you're going to fit Pulsefire Ezreal's arm cannon in a gym bag for 3 days. Think of it like the most imaginative, creative brain teaser you could ever work out. And then at the end you look like Iron Man! You can go anywhere and do anything in this art form. You can go for a gender swap, or do a theme like a steampunk version of a character. You can make a cosplay mashup where you slam together more random characters than the Guardians of the Galaxy. People are out there making super cool Gijinka outfits, turning non-human characters human, like Rocket Raccoon made out of battle armor. With enough imagination, you can even let your own skin be a cosplay. Like that one, or that one, or that one, or that one. Oh yeah, that might not be what you consider attractive, but that's doing something for someone, okay? I'm not gonna let society's rules on what a body should look like get in the way of someone enjoying themselves. We're all inclusive here on Start and Select, and we don't body shame, yeah? I mean, I probably prefer that, but that's fine too. Because you know what? Get off your high horse. Everyone's welcome. That's the whole point. All that matters is you can tell a certain amount of effort has gone into a cosplay. It doesn't even matter how amazing it looks. You can turn up to Comic-Con looking like you've been sponsored by Cardboard Co. You'll still have the respect of anyone around. There's debate whether actually making your cosplay is a requirement to being considered a cosplayer. But as far as I can tell, cosplay comes from an earnest desire to express your fandom. As long as that comes across in what you wear, it's cosplay. Even if you look like Awesomeo while doing it. So if I like a fandom, let's say in this case a particular video game, and I'm willing to delve into the art of the craft, maybe I should get into cosplay. Well, except there's one big thing missing. Who do I cosplay as? I mean, there's a million different characters out there, and I'm not particularly looking forward to being tagged on Facebook as Black Ash Ketchum. I mean, the costume's temporary, but the pictures are forever. Some people choose a character because they look like them, which of course makes sense. I mean, it helps if you look more like the Joker and less like Peter Griffin. But some people may create a new character entirely, or look for new inspiration from fan art, scrolling through 5 years worth of DeviantArt for that picture they once saw of Cloud as a lion. But some choose a cosplay as a way of getting into a character, similar to an actor playing a role. Now, while this will commonly result in someone being roped by Deadpool or creeped the out by No Face, you'll more often see multiple characters you'd never ever see in the same space, interacting in ways no right-minded marketing exec would deem in accordance with brand image. Playing as someone other than yourself, I mean, that's literally the escapism you get from video games, or watching a film, or reading a book. And who wouldn't want to be someone else for a little bit? I mean, I'm me all day, it's boring. All I do is watch New Girl and be a prick on camera. How much more fun would it be to do that while wearing a cape? So, again, should one get into cosplay? Is there that deep interest in the fandom? Do you mind being around more ruined material than a comedian after Justin Bieber stopped being a dick? And can you pick a character that will probably have you wondering if you can fit a turret gun through a bus door? If the answer to all those questions are yes, then maybe you're ready to find yourself in line with your mates wearing little more than a bra that looks like you killed and skinned a Charizard. And before we close this out, I just wanted to knock back a couple cosplay misconceptions. The first one being only certain types of people can do cosplay. It's not true. Cosplayers come in all shapes, sizes, colours, sexual orientation, skill levels and measures of geekiness. And there's a bunch of Facebook groups out there stuffed with lovely people that would welcome you. Cosplay is a sign of childishness. Again, no. Putting work into something you love is not an immature exercise. And the people that really do it have like jobs. I mean, how else do you think they can afford all that stuff they ordered from eBay a week before Anime Expo? Yeah, I'm sure it'll get here on time. Just believe. But seriously, isn't it nothing but underage girls in skimpy clothes while big hairy men stare and ogle? No, seriously, it's not that. That's the after party. I've got a t-shirt with a Batman logo. Is that cosplay? I mean, look, I love your enthusiasm, and if you like the thing, wear it proud. But this is cosplay. And this is wearing a t-shirt, some jeans, and some 3D glasses with the lenses popped out, and calling it cosplay. Although I did actually take some time to make the shield. Why are all these white kids appropriating Japanese culture? I don't know, why do white kids appropriate black culture all the time? Put down the Nicki Minaj album, USJW, but stop touching Tanisha's hair. Art is for everyone. What is Homestuck exactly, and why won't they go away? I don't know. No one does. And how do I start? Just figure it out and go for it. I mean, honestly, when I was asking my friends and research for this, I was told to just do it so many times, I started to think the cosplay community was sponsored by Nike. And speaking of, I'd like to personally thank my friends at the Pokémon Gijinka cosplay group, Blue Steel Cosplay, and the British Bumpkins. Check them all out, I'll put the links in the description below, they've done some amazing work. And below that, I want you to leave a comment. I want you to tell me the most interesting thing you've seen in cosplay, something you've either heard of or seen, maybe you saw an amazing cosplay, maybe you heard a funny story. Let me know down below, or check me out on Twitter. And, as always, I've been Comire, this has been Start and Select. Thank you, and good night. Because it's that game creator showing that they're a fan of something. And if you're so lucky to be a fan of that thing too, then you have something in common. You have a connection with the person behind the game. A person that's celebrating that fandom. In the same way that I celebrate video games by making these videos, or that you celebrate Barney the Dinosaur by googling creepy fanfiction.